direct macro stability, but it is a contributing factor given all other benchmarks to attain overall macro stability in Sierra Leone's economy. Dr. Stevens made these comments while updating pressmen on their current strides to ensure a smooth transition of the old Leones to the new Leones. Our finance correspondent Samuel Ibrahim Kowoma reports.
It could be recalled that in November last year, the country's central bank did issue out a notice stating an end date to the concurrent use of the country's legal tender. And today marks 3 days since the end date of that concurrent use. But one key question that has been asked by the public is of what impact is the redenomination process to the stabilization of the country's economy.
My answer to you is that while the denomination itself may not establish direct macro stability, it is a contributing factor, given all other things that you may or should do to achieve overall macro stability. You know, macro stability is just not the central bank and the Ministry of Finance, it's the entire economy. The private sector is also involved.
This is the first time Sierra Leone is making moves to ensure the country has a single currency as its legal tender. This process to redenominate the Leones had started way back in 2022, when the former bank governor Dr. Keifala Kalon announced an intention to redenominate the currency, reducing the 3 zeros from the Leones, but at the same value. One of the reasons, according to the former governor, was to reset the economy. This seemed far-fetched. The central bank in November last year announced an end to the concurrent use of the old Leones and the new Leones for daily business transactions on December 31st, 2023. With only a few days after the set date, Bank Governor Dr. Ibrahim Stevens highlighted the already set aside measures for financial security.
Everybody has the opportunity to go to any commercial bank, community bank, other financial institutions, or the Bank of Sierra Leone to exchange their old currency for the new currency at zero cost. There is no cost involved. There are no restrictions, and nobody should say otherwise. Not even commercial banks, they are not allowed to put a precondition and say to you, you must open an account. We have been quite clear to all commercial banks about that.
Meanwhile, Dr. Stephen notes the frantic efforts that have been invested by the bank to ensure those in the provinces are not disenfranchised in the process, while stating the key roles of the paramount chiefs. The session was climaxed with questions from the media, while Minister of Information and Civic Education notes the process to utilize a single currency is more of a civic campaign. Samuel Ibrahim Koroma, AYV News, Freetown.
Financial institutions at no cost to the customer. Now, in a bid to assess the compliance of banks with this directive, AYV went to some of the commercial banks within Freetown. Yeo Jalo reports.
According to the central bank, the exchange of the old notes and coins to the new notes and coins should commence and last till the 31st of March 2024, after which the exchange will only be done at the Bank of Sierra Leone or at other designated agents of the Bank of Sierra Leone, which will be communicated. Some heads of operations from some of these banks within Freetown expressed their views about the exchange process.
We want to encourage the people to trust the system, that this is a process, and the exchange of the old for the new notes is not going to be completed in 1 or 2 days. We have up to the 31st for us as commercial banks to carry out the process. So let them come, let them go to the banks, within the normal banking hours, to exchange the old for the new notes.
We have a responsibility to accept it for customers. I must clarify this to you. We have 2 sets of customers. We have the walk-in customers and we have the account holders.
For your details, we ask for your address telephone number, and ID. But if you cannot present the ID for smaller denominations, as I said earlier, we won't sit you down. We'll collect the money.
They further noted that there is no criteria and the process is open to everyone. Some of the banks further talk on Know Your Customers data, KYC, which for some banks are compliance requirements for money doubling and other illegal attributes and their challenges.
Walk-in customers, they are coming in, we don't have a relationship with them. What they call KYC is not in place for them. In those cases, we'll take few steps, few extra to ask them, like if the amount is so
straightforward. Yes, you will not use the old currency to buy anything in the market, but you can walk into any bank and exchange that old currency to the new currency.
There are no challenges. There are times we may not have enough new notes, but I'm not sure we've reached that situation wherein you bring in your old notes and will not be in the position to give you the new.
Some of these people who are at the bank to do the exchange expresses how the process looks like.
Well, I don't can maybe take 20 minutes, so I don't cash the money, so I go to back and bus back. I'm not going to challenges. I'm not going to hiccup along the line.
At least I'm not strained. I just can't join the line. And give me money, then contact, and give me the new one back.
Meanwhile, this is to give proper clarification for the public to know they are not required to pay charges or anything extra for the exchange to get the redenominated notes and coins, or it is not mandatory for them to open an account before their old leons can be exchanged. Yaro Jalo, AYV News, Freetown.